Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from MoxyMojo. Thank you for joining me for our next prompt for Dephemerember. And let me just tick off the day before. Oh look, my pen's working. I managed to save it. So we're on to day 23, tag and shattered glass. Now, I didn't have an idea for this one until about an hour ago, and I was just finishing getting dressed and putting my glasses on, and it came to me. Shattered glasses, and the ephemera that Tanya sent me with the glasses on it. Tanya, thank you. This is not the first time that you and also Robin have just magically anticipated what I needed. So, Robin sent me this massive big playing card, and I thought that would do for my tag base. So, instant tag base. I'm not going to do anything to it other than maybe trim the corners and put a hole in it, because I like it just the way it is. I think it's awesome. If I was going to do anything, then maybe I'd put a little bit of gesso on it, and I might do that, after I've finished, but at this stage I like it just the way it is. Now, I need to apologise for the background noise, which I'm sure you can hear. Of course, here in New Zealand it is summer, and summer means that lawns grow a lot faster, and lawns growing faster means that my neighbour needs to get out his ride-on lawnmower and mow his lawns as I am walking out to the studio. I swear he has some kind of alarm that goes off as I walk out to the studio that says, now is the time to go and mow the lawns because Paula wants to video. But we will carry on and not let that stress us out. So what am I going to do? I like these two large pairs. I originally, my memory told me that they were a whole pair of glasses, but of course they're not. So I'm going to cut this off here, and then fussy cut out the frames. But I'm gonna not make you suffer through that. Through the magic of editing, we will come back and there we have our two, I'll call them half sets of glasses. Right. I didn't realise how lightweight this newspaper is, because I don't often read the newspaper. It's all online these days. So now I was thinking maybe we would fit them on there. Or do I just go for one? I quite like the idea of one of each though, but how do I fit them on? Do I need a bigger card? Or, yeah, that looks quite cool. Right, now, I am wondering whether I gesso that a wee bit just to knock down the red, because it's quite, in your face. I just grabbed the first gesso that I found, which happened to be some Prima Marketing Finnabair Art Basics Heavy Gesso. So, not quite sure why I was shaking it up. And we're just going to go in here. A little bit of gesso, we don't need too much. And, okay, a bit more than that. I'm just going to, you know, do a couple of light coats just to bring this down a wee bit. And if you do like a light coat, you find that it dries almost instantly, especially in like this heat that we've got. Okay, not quite dry enough, because yes, I really am that impatient. Right, that was all we needed, and now we're going to do a wee bit more. So I want some bits to be a little bit darker. So while we're at it, I just thought, why not add a little bit of extra texture and design by doing some gesso through the stencil. So I'm just going to even out the paint on my applicator here. And just kind of so there, that corner there, and now I want to do a little bit extra on this corner down here. And I should have moved the stencil down, but never mind. I will put some of this here. Now I don't know if we can see that or not. I hope we can. Right, so can we see it? Very faintly. It was there, wasn't it? So I think I need to do some more. No, there. That's where it was. I think I need to do a second coat. Because I want it to be a little more defined. Right. There. That's better. Just go over the top. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I have grabbed out my misting box, which is a shoe box I have had since forever, and I like it because it kind of contains the mist as much as possible. I line it with paper towels and tissues, and then that goes into my collage fodder as well. So we're going to put that down there. Now I've pulled out a selection of browns and blues. Most of them are Lindy's Stamp Gang, because that's what I like. So I've got Flat Fabio in Sandra D Sepia, in Danny Zuko Denim, and Caribbean Blue. Then I've got Moon Shadow Mist in Crow's Nest Copper and Buccaneer Bay Blue. And then I've grabbed a couple of really old mists from Tattered Angels, Glimmer Mist, Coffee Shop, and Suede. So I haven't used those for a long time, but I thought, well, you know, let's not let them sit on the shelf and go to waste. I'm going to use them. Start spraying and see what happens. Oh, cool. I like when we get splatters of ink. That's awesome. Got no complaint with that. Actually, you need to get it on the card, Paula. Right, so let's dry this, see what we have. Actually, no, I want to put some other brown in. These are all the flat Fabio, so I'm doing those first. You can tell I haven't used them for a while. That's why the nozzles are, and it's like not doing a good spray. But I kind of prefer this. Okay, cool. I like that. Right. Oops, can't even get it on the card. Okay, so that kind of didn't turn out how I expected. Alright. So. That's better. Now, clean up on aisle 13. Alright, so that's that, and I want some more of that blue. Alright. That's looking better. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now, because otherwise all that's going to happen is it's going to get muckier and muckier. But I do kind of like that. The blue on the top just really brings it out. Okay, so I'm going to let that cool for a wee bit. Then we'll move on to our next step. Now I need to decide which way I want to go. I'm almost tending towards going like that. And this is now completely dried. I have also done several coats of this matte spray clear. It's a finishing sealer that should hopefully mean that the water activated mists aren't going to move about. That's kind of my fingers crossed, because I've not used it before. Fingers crossed that it works. The more I think about it, the more I like just the one set of glasses, or almost set of glasses. It kind of seems better situated on the tag, if that makes sense. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use matte medium to adhere this into place right there, because I think that looks quite cool. Here we go with our matte medium. So I need to do kind of like a patch there up to about there. So hopefully this will last and not smear everywhere. Yes, it looks like it's working. Oops, apart from my matte medium looks a bit gloopy. I might actually take the matte medium over the entire card, because then it will give the whole thing, I think, like that matte look instead of being overly glossy. That spray has done wonders. So here goes. Alright, the only problem is it's gone a bit wrinkly, but hopefully that will come right as it dries. We are pulling out the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen Big Brush in my favourite colour, Nougat. And because I've got matte medium down, I can quite happily draw around here and then smear it, and if needs be I could always clean it off, and I know that it's not going to make a mess because the matte medium will protect whatever is underneath. And so I'm able to give it a bit of a shadow. There we go. Yep, that looks better. Right. We've got now to do the shattered glass. So this is going to be another interesting one for me. So I am pulling out my golden heavy gel matte. I've got a brush, and I've got this that I used the other day, and that is glass glitter. So not that one, just these two. I wasn't sure. I had to read the thingies. So I've got two glass glitter, one in silver and one in champagne. So I'm going to do like a mix of them in here, and this is going to be like my shattered lens of my glass, like one lens of the glasses. So alright, and this is like really heavy, thick matte medium, heavy gel matte medium, so this will hold on to whatever we put on here. So I'm just kind of brushing it on kind of lightly at first. Now, and I'm putting it over the entire lens, even though I'm probably not going to have I'm not sure if I'm going to have the glass glitter over the entire surface, but I want to at least have it down. Right, now I'm not sure if I need more than that or not. we're going to do a bit of a test bit here. So I need a scrap bit of paper to catch any extra glass shards. That sounds so horrible. Right, so I'm just gonna lightly tap it over. Right, so, whoops, try not to get that everywhere. So now, what I need is, here's another brush. Okay, look at that. No, that seems to be enough for it to stick. Right, so now let's put some more all over. See how that goes. Ah, that seems like such a lot. Okay. That looks so cool. Now, I'm gonna gingerly sort of push it around with my finger. I'm gonna tapping in. Hopefully I'm not going to cut my finger doing this. Some of it's quite thick. I'm just trying to like maybe get a couple of patches where I can, once the silver is kind of dried, then put some of the champagne in. But that is well adhered. I'm pleased with that. Right, last time. Right. Okay, so, right, now we'll put that back in the jar. Alright, hopefully I haven't ended up with too much all over my desk. No. Right, that's good. So now I want to do a little bit more. So now I'm going to wait for that to dry naturally. Okay. That looks so cool. So cool. I love it. I love it. Kind of looks quite freaky deaky as well. Right, anyways, I had the perfect quote for us. and I don't know where it's gone. I do have another copy of it, but because it was just a single quote, and I think I may like allow myself to forego my rule of not starting up a new quote, the new quote sheet, before I've used up this for this particular one. And I definitely had this because I just thought, yes, there we go, perfect quote. It was going to be focus on the good. What colour are we going to go round this quote with? And I think it's going to be that one, Blueprint Sketch, because that's the one I've got the applicator for. I think it needs to go like over there somewhere. But I need to decide, am I chopping the corners off? Oh, and is that the right colour? Actually, it's not too bad. And, oh, hang on. I've got that too, don't I? Now that blue doesn't look right, I think I want it to be more greeny. But I like that on there. I like that there. Yep. That looks very avant-garde. Maybe that way round. Is it too much? Okay, so that's grabbed quite quickly now. I mean, the matte medium still needs to dry, but I'm happy with that it's going to stay there. So, very cool. But it's made it quite heavy. I will admit, this is now quite heavy. So, I mean, I'm thinking about putting a eyelet there and a tag and a ribbon rather. Seeing as I've got this from the 5-item challenge that Tanya and I did, I think I actually like the blue. It kind of mirrors these shapes here. Okay. I would not have picked that. And so after much consternation and going back and forth umpteen times, I've decided on this one. So now we just need to identify the middle of the tag. There's my middle. We need that big hole, and that's on 5 centimetre point, half a centimetre. So we're going up there, and we're putting in a hole. We make sure we're going the right way around, and in there, and crunch. Yes, look at that. Lovely. Oh, that's nice. Normally they don't turn out that nice. Right. So now we've got our little bit of dyed seam binding. Oops. Oh. Come on, yeah, that's what we need. Alright, here we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. I hope you have enjoyed this as much as what I have. I absolutely love the end result. I love it's got my gold there because I'm definitely a gold person. It's got kind of my teals going on there, and I love that combination of brown and gold and teal. And then it's got my glasses and touch wood. I have never cracked my glasses, so hopefully this is going to be the only broken glasses I ever have. So that's it. I love it. It's kind of simple, kind of like that graphic nature that is my style, but yeah, I think it's awesome. It's different. It's pretty out there. I hope you like it. I can't wait to see you back in the studio for the next prompt. Bye for now.